Welcome to this course Basic Manufacturing Process Unit Lecture 28 Metal Forming. Agenda for today present in the video Metal Forming. Metal Forming forming elastic elastic and plastic deformations, elastic deformation, plastic deformation, hot working and cold working, hot working properties, advantage of hot working, disadvantage and limitation of hot working, cold working and its properties. These are topic present in this detail in this video. And the metal farming can be defined as the process in which the desired size and shape are obtained through the deformation of the metal plastically under the action of external applied load, yeah, force. Metal farming process like rolling, forging, drawing इत्यादि are grounded lately. They give high dimensional accuracy, easy formability for the complex shape and good surface finish with the desired metallurgy of properties. Metallurgical properties. This metal forming is based upon the plastic deformation of metals. To start with, there are three conditions to be satisfied while the going for the stress estimation. These should be equilibrium at all the point. This should be equilibrium at all the point. Volume should be remains some before and after the farming. Stress strain relation of the material should be uh, maintained. There are the two methods of the analyzing farming process. Metal farming continue. The main objective to the find out the yield stress developed in the material body. Find out the yield strength developed in the material body, its distribution in the material. These help in estimating the load required for the initiation of the process and its maximum value that a body can bear. It's if the body is under the single load applied on the body on the single load, only compressive load is applied to a body. When the yield stress can be measured is stress strain diagram. Elastic and plastic deformation of the metal. Deformation is the change in dimensions from under the action of the applied load on the metal piece. Deformation is either by mechanical action of external load by the various physical and the physical physical and chemical process. Elastic and plastic deformation in the process of deformation process of deformation comprise the following: compressive stretch metal forming, elastic deformation, and plastic deformation. Fatigue. Elastic deformation of the material is the power of power of coming back to its original position after deformation. When the stress oh, stress load is removed, that is the deformation completely disappear after removal of load. The plastic deformation means that the material undergoes some degree of permanent deformation without failure on application of load. Plastic deformation will take place only after the elastic range has been has been excited. Plastic deformation is important in case of farming, sapping, extruding, and many other hot cold working process. Elastic and plastic deformation of the continue present. The deformation of metal occurs in way by by slip and by the formation of twins. Deviations for the regular positions of the atoms and breakdown of structure of the grain boundary. Hot working and cold working. The properties. Hot working is done at the temperature above recrystallization temperature but below it the melting point on the working. It can therefore be regarded as a simula- simultaneously process of deformation and recovery. Hardening due to plastic deformation is completely eliminated by recovery and recrystallization of temperature. Hot working and cold working. It present the hot working and its properties. Hot working present properties: improvement of mechanical properties such as the elongation, reduction, area, and impact values. No effect of ultimate tensile strength, yield point, fatigue fatigue strength, and hardness. Poor surface poor surface finish to oxidation and scaling. Refinement of crystal occurs due to hot working. Cracks and the bellows are welded. No internal force required for the deformation is less. Light equipment is used in hot working, sufficient to handle hot work metal. Hot working process are hot forming, hot rolling, hot spinning, hot extrusion, and hot drawing, and hot precising piece welding. Hot processing of piece welding. Hot working process: hot working, hot rolling, hot spinning, hot extrusion, and hot drawing, and hot precising piece welding. Hot working process is continuous. Advantage of hot working: the The porosity in the metal, the porosity in the metal largely estimated. Most not contain many small blowholes. These are these are pressed together. These are pressed together and eliminated. Impurities in the form of inclusion are break up and distributed together throughout the metal. Cause of the cornium and grains are refined. Since the hot working is the recrystallization temperature range should be contained until the low limit of reached provided a tin grain structure. Tin grain structure. The physical property are generalized improve on principally to grain refinement. Ductility and resistance to impact are improved. The strength is increased, and together greater the homogeneity in develop in the metal. Homogeneity develop in the metal. The greatest strength, the great strength of the rolled steel exists in the direction of matter flow. The amount of energy necessary to change to change the shape of steel in the plastic rate far less than the required when the steel is cold. Thank you so much.